After her recent divorce, Emily Reeves needed a new start. She left London and rented the top floor of an old Victorian house in Dorset. The rent was cheap, too cheap. The landlord, Mr. Aldridge, was in his 70s, smelled faintly of mothballs, and always wore thick wool coats, even in June.
You'll be upstairs. Tenant Below works nights. You'll barely notice him.
The first few nights were uneventful, peaceful even. The creaky floorboards and occasional clinks from the radiator gave the house an antique charm. Emily spent her days designing, walking the moors, trying to rebuild her life. But then the noises started. It began with scratching, light, intermittent, like someone dragging their nails along old wood. It came from the floor beneath her bed. Emily assumed it was mice. Then came the whispering. Not full words, just the cadence of speech, muffled, low, rhythmic, almost like chanting. It always happened between 2 and 3 a.m. She asked Mr. Aldridge about the tenant below.
He keeps to himself. Works at the quarry. Night shifts. Don't bother him.
Can I meet him?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Emily left a note outside the downstairs flat. "Hi, I'm Emily upstairs. Just saying hello." No reply. The next morning, the note was gone. In its place was a black and white photo of a woman. Early 30s, long dark hair, blank eyes. The photo had been taken in the same hallway, same wallpaper. Written on the back, in shaky pencil, "She asked too many questions." Emily dropped it and ran back upstairs. She didn't sleep that night. By the end of the week, Emily had enough. She packed a bag and decided to leave the next morning. As she walked down to check the front door locks, she noticed the basement door slightly ajar. She had never seen it open. She paused. A cold draft breathed from the darkness. Then, thump. A dull, wet sound from below, followed by something worse, a whisper that mimicked her voice. "Emily!" She slammed the door shut, locked herself in her room, and called the police. They arrived an hour later. There was no tenant registered below her. There never had been. The police searched the house and found a hidden room in the basement, bricked off and sealed with wax. Inside were women's belongings, photos, journals, clothes, all eerily similar to Emily's. One photo was recent. It showed her arriving with her luggage last week. She had never seen it taken. When they questioned Mr. Aldridge, he said only one thing before being taken away.
He never wants them to leave.
Emily moved out the next day. The house still stands. The top floor is for rent again. The ad says, "Quiet tenant below. You'll barely notice him."